You're gonna want some of this.
When the world just don't make sense and you need a friend, grab a hand and come aboard. It's a special place called the. I'm not telling you the name yet. You just have to wait, yeah. Not telling you the name yet. You just have to wait for the. Ducks. It's called the William Street Swap Shop. It's called the William Street Swap Shop.
Hello and good afternoon, and welcome to another week of the William Street Swap Shop, where we help you swap your gently used goods with other friends and members of the William Street Swap Shop viewing community. My name is Matt, and I'm joined by my co-host.
I'm taking a vow. I was going to take a vow of silence, but I realized it's too hard to do when you have a daily streaming show. People say sometimes you talk too much. Button up, quiet down. Today, though, I'm going to try and talk a little bit less than I have in the past, but my name is Zach, and I also co-host this fantastic streaming show.
Collectively, we are Matt and Zach.
Of the William Street Swap Shop.
This is the William Street Swap Shop, and our thing we like to always say at the beginning of each show is...
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Say it along at home. Or type it in the chat at adultswim.com/videos/streams.
Simple
Type
as
it in the chat.
3 steps. You find a friend.
Right.
You start shaking their hand. You say it's a deal. And then you create an animation to cross in front of you.
Right. Or it doesn't have to be a human. It could be a pet. If you taught your dog how to do paw, sit, paw, it's a deal. Shake their paw. Cats don't do it though. My cat, I've tried to do it with, and he still has his front claws, and you learn that trying to do that can lead to getting scratched.
We want to invite you to take this hour. There's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of unrest. Use this time to recharge your batteries, calm down.
That's it.
Scented candle, light one. Car pictures that you like to look at, scroll through them. On the side, watch this show in one tab.
Right.
Load up some cool car pictures in the other tab.
Or what I like to do, set your laptop on a table or near a couch, put on it something to protect your eyes, so you don't let sunlight in, and you can take it. Don't take a nap, don't fall asleep to us, but just listen to us and let us slow your heart rate and calm into a meditative, relaxing afternoon.
Keep going.
Zach's told an anecdote about himself that I like, where he was talking to a female on the phone, and she said, "You put me to sleep." I'm paraphrasing.
Oh yeah. This is my first girlfriend. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again in case you're a new viewer, and I'll tell it in a different way, so that way you might have forgotten by now, because we do this every day for 60 minutes. I was 14 years old, and we were talking on the phone a lot, and then she said, "You just have a really nice soothing voice. I fall asleep to it." And I was like, I kept talking, and she's like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was dozing off." And that was when I realized, I was like, I'm not too young to realize, and too dumb to realize that you probably just don't want to talk with me. And it's fine, I'll just hang up. I have other stuff to do. I gotta go watch South Park or something like that.
And that.
And then she actually told me, well, I actually have to tell you, she kissed another guy, and she said she doesn't feel that our relationship was right, and she broke up with me. She was 13 years old, I was 14.
Oh, man.
It's weird to talk about it now because she was 13 and I'm a grown man. You can see age has really taken a toll on me, but when I was a young 14-year-old handsome boy, it was like quite a revelation. And I remember being kind of sad, but about 5 minutes later, I was like, guess I'll just watch South Park. And that was what or Adult Swim, that's what I said. I'll watch Adult Swim. Great cable network.
You're allowed to watch South Park.
Great cable network on Family Guy at 11 p.m.
I said a scented candle earlier. You know what? I'm going to upgrade that. If you guys, here's what I would love for you to do. And I want someone to try to swap one of these.
Right.
When I was a kid, in our house, we'd have a little, not all the time, but on special days, I guess, when my mom needed to chill out.
Yeah.
There was that little potpourri kettle. You'd put it over a little candle, and it would actually cook the potpourri broth smell.
Yeah.
Do people do that anymore?
They do.
I haven't seen it in a while.
It's a good fire hazard, though, Matt. You should be careful if you're doing that at home, be careful. That's all we have to say, just be careful. Because listening to this show can be hot. It can get lit.
Very hot.
I have another story I'd like to share that happened over the weekend to me, actually. My friends commandeered my phone, and they said, we're going to download. I used to have it, but I deleted it. And then they said, we're going to re-download Tinder on your phone. And they matched with someone. And one of my friends wrote, I'm normally really nice and try not to be weird at the beginning of a conversation, but they immediately wrote, hey, I'm doing an art project. Will you come over and put your foot in a cabinet? And she actually said, yeah, and I'm supposed to go on a date with her tonight. That's a true story.
How about that?
She said, yeah. And then,
Will you put your foot in a cabinet?
yeah, for an art project. It was actually Joey. You recognize Joey, friend of the show, who's going to be our Taco Bell
It's like a
spokesperson.
mischief maker. That
Right. 3D
Joey.
printer. He's typed that in. Couldn't believe it. I looked down at it. I was like, Joey, this is going to get me in trouble. But then I realized, oh, it's just an app. And right now we're online on a streaming show, and we're just a streaming show. And it's just another Monday, and it's great to be here with you.
I think it's a good jumping off point for calls. If you guys, we want to know, would you put your foot in a cabinet for Zach's art project?
Yeah, let me know.
413-961-4263.
It doesn't have to be. I didn't ask, but it doesn't have to be. Does it have to be socked or nude?
I'm thinking nude.
Right. But then you can get pantyhose on it, or you could put like toe caps on it.
Yeah.
We've talked about having toeless socks before on the show, so it could be something like that.
You should ask future Sam about that.
There it is. Wow, this is like the proof of concept.
Right. Put your foot in a cabinet. See, I was picturing just like them opening up the cabinet under my sink and just putting their foot in it, and then me taking a photo off to the side a lot.
Yeah. Was this
You could
found?
get some real foot modeling with that kind of action.
Was that found like that on the internet, Dennis, or was that you made it? Wow. So okay, so someone's done this.
Wow.
You're not the first.
Well, I don't want to steal. That was Joey's idea. He gets the credit for the. I'm not creative enough to talk about putting feet art projects, but now I want to do art projects. Like, hey, because I saw. Remember when we were doing Swap Shop in San Diego with Jock? We were walking on the beach on the beautiful Pacific Ocean, and we saw that model, and she said, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, William Street Swap Shop, and she's like, "Oh, that's great."
Yeah.
And she was
You know
taking photos for
what's
like
weird?
Israeli magazine. Like she was an Israeli model.
I forgot about that part. She was
Yeah.
nice. Hello.
What's
and
weird is you said San Diego, and then I happen to already be on the line.
Oh,
And
I thought you were just a soundbite when you said you should show it to Future Sam. I'm
Yeah, no,
sorry, I heard the
I
door
know.
open. I just was rambling. I put myself in a real zen today. I'm sorry. I like a real calm, collected. It's been a busy, hectic weekend, and
Yeah.
we're just here to wind down on a Monday afternoon.
It's my Saturday, remember?
That's right.
Right.
You're off on the weekends. This is Mitch.
Yeah. I got work on the weekends. I'm off Monday, Tuesdays.
Oh man. So what do you got planned for the big weekend?
how's it
Dude, I'm gonna do some grocery shopping today.
Okay.
going
got it.
down there in St. Todd? What did we do?
We're getting wrecked by some rain. I thought hurricane season was over.
Oof.
Oh, shredding an R.
I bet there's some wicked swells out there.
We got people surfing in the street.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, be careful though. I saw once a river flooded, the water flooded in Houston, Texas. It wasn't the river, it was the ocean. And there was a shark swimming around. I thought that would be a funny sci-fi movie if they ever do like sharks coming onto land.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we should pitch it. And someone was like, Zach, they've already done 3 Sharknadoes.
Did you watch Sharknado?
No. But it is creepy if a shark is swimming next to your F-150.
Mitch, you said something about groceries. Do you want to tell us what items you'll be buying and list them slowly and in alphabetical order?
Ooh. Almond milk.
Oh, you're an almond milk guy.
Just that.
Brussels sprouts.
Keep going.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Coffee creamer.
Mm.
Keep going.
Eggs.
Mm.
Fresh fruit.
Are you looking at a list, or are you just coming up with these? Because we can isolate this and give it to you as an audio file that you can listen to on your headphones
Love that.
to remind yourself.
Hey, I was actually going to ask you guys, how can I send you, like, Swap Shop remixes?
Oh,
Thinking
we
about
would,
doing
we
a
would
Swap
love
Shop
that.
intro remix.
Like a song
Like a
remix?
song. Yeah, I do music. That's
So
what I do out here.
you said to remix the theme song?
The intro song.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be awesome.
You can,
Do you-
if
do you
it's an
think- do you
MP3, you
think
can just email it to us.
Yeah.
Or you can.
Yeah.
Do you need our music? Do we still have those isolated files, Matt?
I was gonna see, like, can you guys send that to me, like a legit, like MP3 version of the track, and I can chop it up.
Like a Pro Tools song or
Yeah.
something?
I'll send you the. I believe I built it in GarageBand.
Okay.
I'll send that to you.
Yeah, send that over.
Or the stems. What we call in the biz, we call it the stems.
Yeah, the stems. I just thought of in GarageBand it would have been funny for Apple, and I don't want to use the profanity, but you know what GD stands for? If they would have done like GD, I'm a GB fan, and it's like their commercial for. They're like, what are you doing, honey? Like, I'm making a track. GD, I'm a GB fan.
Hey, you ready
Oh,
for this
that's
one?
grand.
Does anybody call GarageBand GB?
Yeah. In this promo they would. So then,
Probably not. You guys, Apple stock just went up, though, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
yeah.
Green beans.
Oh, nice. Picking it back up. He didn't give up.
Oh yeah.
Keep going.
Let's end with milk. You got a few letters to go till you get there.
I don't have an H. I don't think I buy anything with an H.
Hot sauce?
I got hot sauce.
Ooh,
I know in San Diego they love their hot sauces.
that's it.
Love hot sauce.
Ooh,
Love
it's
burritos.
sizzling.
You know, back before, nowadays you can get, in any city, you can get a burrito that's like the size of your thigh.
Right.
But the first time I ever had a thigh-sized burrito was in San Diego. They were one of the pioneers of that movement, I think.
Yeah.
The California burrito.
You got a favorite burrito down there you want to shout out?
We live and die by the California burrito. That's what
That's
what's up.
what's in a California burrito. A
California
Calito
burrito
is what they call it.
Yeah. It's usually you can do French fries or potatoes. You pick carne asada,
Ooh.
cheese, and then if you want guacamole or sour cream on there, that's up to you.
Totes mental.
Just saw La La Land this weekend. Gosling was like all about jazz piano. That's
Hey, I want to
why-
thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for the shirt and the stickers, by the way. I
Oh,
got
good.
them.
Great.
Nice.
You're welcome. Thank you for.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for. What did we send them for you? What did you do for us?
It was, I think it was either the sad shirt with the picture of my
Oh, that's
dog,
right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
or it was I emailed back about guessing your credit score. I think the closest one without
That's
going
right.
over.
Thank you for guessing my credit score.
We probably owe you 2 shirts then if you
Yeah.
did both those things.
Do you have any significant
Oh,
others or
that's-
anybody you would like? We can
Yeah,
give one to.
the girlfriend would love one. She watches religiously with me
Oh.
after work. She watches like late night.
Okay.
What's her name?
Her name's Brandy San Diego.
In real life.
Can we say hi to her? Thanks for watching.
Yeah, you guys can
Yeah.
say.
Maybe I'll do.
Maybe- Hey Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Sandy.
How about
Ego?
I do? How about you just watch for 1 second? I'm gonna just pop up and be like, you're on your this is your desktop. You're watching it on the lap. Hey, Brandy. What's the updates like today? Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Is it your birthday today? Oh wait, no. You entered in the wrong date. I'm sorry. Pretend I'm the Clippy. I'm the office assistant. What makes the best guacamole? Is it your birthday? If it's your birthday, happy birthday. But if not, you have a lot of emails you got to get to. And thank you so much for watching the William Street Swap Shop on every day at 1 p.m. This is going to be a great promo we can use sometime when they ask us we need to update our promos in a few months. They're going to say that we need a promo about the show. And I'll say, I know just where to find it. 20 minutes into the show, it's me popping up on the screen at the bottom corner.
Can we?
She'll make you guys a promo flyer. She actually started school for graphic design
Oh, cool.
last month.
That's great.
Her dream is to become an intern for you guys, and I don't know why, but that's cool.
She needs to aim higher, I think. But that's nice.
I,
That's nice.
I,
Put
I
Zach.
think that's
Can we
perfect.
put Zach in the corner again, and you pop up and say, "Hey, looks like you're trying to watch the swap shop. Here's some pointers."
Okay.
Like Clippy would.
Yeah. And I'd say keep up the good work, Brandy, and Just look at Turner Jobs. You'll find the interns on there. We just have brand new interns start
Yeah,
today.
they started
this afternoon.
today, but you can get the next round for sure.
Right.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah. Do you want me to move my head out and then come in the frame like I did?
No, like you just popped up from the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll be like the swap shop watching assistant.
Okay.
Right.
And then I guess Mason, whenever you're ready, just trigger me with like a little bloop.
Why does your voice change when you're bent over?
Because my lungs are like on my thighs right now. I'm not used to doing this.
Okay.
It's hard to talk with it. All right, here we go. Hey. Keep watching the William Street Swap Shop. It's a great show. It's on every day, Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. We used to go to 1:48, but now we go an extra 12 minutes. Thanks for watching the show. Don't close out of the browser. Don't click the red X. If anything, you could minimize us and do what you got to do, but just keep us on in the background. It's a nice show. We provide good quality entertainment. We don't cuss, and sometimes you don't even need to watch what we're doing. Just listen to the sound of our voices. My name is Zach, and it's a great show to be a part of.
It's a great show.
What else can I help you with? This is the shop. We swap your items. We trade your used goods. It's happened before. Don't tell me, Zach, I've watched the swap shop, and you guys just kind of ramble and don't really swap things. We do make items. We do make deals. People trade things all across the world. And I tell stories about my thighs, different parts of my body. I talk about food, and I talk about role-playing and dates. And Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'd love to maybe go on a virtual date with you.
Send me some nudes.
I'm a perv. See ya.
So,
I'm hearing myself when I'm already on the phone.
Mitch,
That was weird.
are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're like
that was,
in the.
that was weird. That was weird hearing myself on the phone when I'm already on the phone.
We really are in like
Hey,
in it
that's my truck.
soundbite inception right now. It's like I
Right.
can't tell which is live and which is a soundbite of him saying something.
But it's good.
We should make a soundbite of him saying, it's weird to hear my voice and I'm talking to you on the phone, and that
Right.
would really fuck me or mess me up.
Matt, I just said a minute ago we don't use profanity on the swap shop. I've never said a bad word on here. I dare you, if you've watched the show from a year and a half ago. I even call Stupid Morning BS. I don't even call it by their official name because I don't want to curse.
You thought my real voice was a soundbite earlier when I called him.
Yeah,
Zach was, yeah. Zach did.
I thought Mason, our audio person, was live mixing the show, like taking parts of it and then throwing in, like remixing it. Yeah. That's it.
So, Mitch, first question is, would you put your foot in a cabinet for Zach's art project?
Of course, 100%. I'll
Ooh.
take a picture of it and send it over to you guys.
Please.
Would Brandy Ego from San Diego do it?
Yep. I might have to bribe her to do it, but she'll probably do it.
We should
Just
really
say
make
it's
this an
an
art
art
project.
project, yeah.
And
And
then
we
on your date, you'll have to do it today, too.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we'll go down to like the Mammal Gallery in downtown Atlanta, and I'll ask for an art show of everybody's feet in cabinets.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Or a tumbler.
And then the about the artist will be a 1920 by 1080 inches printed out, huge, on the wall. It'll be my face in the bottom corner of the screen, like we just had. And it'll be like, about the artist, and it'll be a blurb, me talking.
What does your About the Artist say?
I'm a thigh guy, not a wing guy.
That's it. I didn't even have to be creative. I'm a thigh guy, not a wing guy. I like thighs. What? You think I'm a bird? No, I like thighs. I don't like wings. But do you think birds, actually I was just thinking about that, do you think birds, like how other people comment if you're like work out and you have good thighs, if a woman or a man says, hey, you have a nice thighs, like that's an attractive feature. Do you think birds feel the same, like a bird that flies a lot? It's like, wow, their wings are really strong.
Like other birds think that, or humans
Other
think that
birds
about
think that about the birds. Like, wow, look at their birds. And then someone who's kind of like doesn't really exercise or fly much is like, yeah, big deal.
them?
I think that.
I definitely will admire a nice wingspan on some hawks in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
Sometimes you'll scare one out of a tree when you're walking the dog,
right.
and I'll look at it and go, oh, you know what else happened?
What happened? Do you want to do the thing I did, Matt, where you act like the office assistant? Or
I'm not as good at that as you.
I don't mean to put you on the
That was-
spot, but
That was good. You guys should have Taitu do that because he's at his office at his desk.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
have Thai food talking about our thighs.
Looks like you're ready to watch a show. Just click on the space over here and create a chat name and start chatting with friends. It's as simple as that. If you need me, I'll be over here in the office assistant area eating. Bye-bye for now.
That was better than mine.
Bonkers.
It was good. It's a new segment we can do on here. Maybe we'll add that as an option for people to call in. Do you want to talk as to our office assistants?
Yeah, if you need pointers on the show.
I first started as a production assistant, so I did a lot of assistant work actually at Adult Swim, so I know how to help people out in a bind.
I always seek out advice from you guys. I just watch the chat when I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Good.
Ben Rivera's calling me out for saying the F word.
Yeah.
This
Is he
my
reporting you?
F word gate.
Is he reporting you to the bots?
To the
or the moderator?
administrators. Yeah.
Moderator, I wish I had a button underneath my desk.
Yeah.
And then someone, Zach, do you need me? Yeah, Matt said the F word again. We need to get this under control. Get him out of here. Then bring in Alice. No, I'm just kidding. I would
What
never
you
want to
always
get rid of
wanted
him.
to
Substitute Matt with Alice. But I do wish we had a button underneath the table. They do that. I've been watching the Young Pope. He has a button. Whenever he's done talking with someone, he hits it. And then the person in the Vatican comes in and is like, you have a 230? And that's when
to
he's
get
done
him out of
talking
it.
with them, yeah.
It's kind of like Mad Men.
Yeah.
I think they got that because they sit at desks and they got like the secretary.
Mitch, we got one more question we need to ask you before we lose you here.
Yep.
As you know, we were trying to create a hype campaign for Tim Peanut.
Right. Everyone's been
Mr.
talking
Peanut's
about it. We were looking in
son.
the chat. There says it's the rise of Tim Peanut today.
We're st-
of Peanuts is here, and it's all about Tim.
So we're trying to put together like kind of an ill hip hop track
Right.
with lyrics that really punch and drive home the revolution of Tim. Is there any lyrics or themes you think we should touch on in the hip hop song we're going to create later, the rap?
Oh, for sure. I think talking about Tim Peanut and how you get the best crunch from Tim Peanut.
Oh,
Oh, he's got the best crunch.
I didn't think about the crunch.
Yeah.
Best crunch and shout out planners.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, Tim Peanut's the man.
Can you rhyme crunch with something? And we'll try to make that a couplet in the rap. And don't say lunch. That's too easy.
If you want to have a munch,
Ooh.
just go get that crunch.
What about,
Tim Peanut.
I've got a hunch. How about you take a bite out of Tim Peanut? Crunch.
Yeah. Okay. We can
That
do
was it.
Hunch and crunch. Thank you for laughing at Zach's jokes, Brandy.
It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Maybe she should be an intern. She could be in here and then
She
just
just
laugh
laughs
at
at
your
things I say,
jokes.
yeah.
And you'll.
Maybe we should make that as a segment on Swap Shop where we have someone who sits in the corner and people laugh, like a live audience, like a live studio audience someday.
Oh my God! If you guys had a live studio audience, we'd fly out in a heartbeat.
It would be like Price is Right. Would give away tickets. People would be lined up outside of the offices.
Yeah.
And then I'd be, come on in, and we bring
If for
everybody
whatever reason you guys have a day where you're doing a live studio audience, please give us a heads up.
We should do
Please.
one at Comic-Con next,
Yeah.
and then we'll be in San Diego
Right,
for
we'll do
you.
it at Comic-Con.
With you.
Oh yeah,
And you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
can be there. We'll give you hats, special hats, because you
Yeah.
helped us concept this today.
That's it. And we'll flash back
We
to
would
this
love that.
episode. It would be really fun. And we'd
If
love to have you
you
guys
bring
clap. When I went to see, I'm not going to name them, but I went and saw late night talk show hosts when I was in New York, and they said, laugh 10 times as hard as you would at a joke, even if it's not as funny. Like they said, so
We
if the
will
joke
bring
is
it to
kind of
you.
funny, laugh 10 times harder. So, so if I make a joke, I want to hear everybody hollering. That's what I
Now,
want to hear.
Tell your story about your breaking up with your girlfriend again, and then let's do the laugh track.
Which,
Just the short version.
oh
one
yeah.
Sentence.
So when I was 14 years old, my girlfriend called me and said I had a nice voice and she would fall asleep to it, and then she broke up with me. I'll be here all night, all day. I'll be here till 2 p.m. Open mic night. Does anyone want to see me do open mic? Actually, that's something I wanted to bring up. I'm sorry to really be derailing the entire afternoon. We have a big rundown planned, but I see there's an open mic night coming up actually at the Mailmo Gallery, February
Poetry
7th.
or
Anything
comedy?
you want it to be.
Really?
Yeah, whatever you want to talk
Street
about.
Swap Shop. the William Street Open Mic Night.
Music, poetry.
do.
I was thinking of doing some poems, maybe doing some short stories or telling a story about myself. And yeah, we could record it, and then I'll bring it here, and that will be in front of a live audience.
Hey, before I go, I'm going to free up the lines, but before I go, we'll bring you guys burritos when you come to San Diego.
Okay.
Come watch you live.
We'll eat them with
Nice.
you.
For sure.
We'll eat them on the beach.
Oh, yeah, just eat them.
Play volleyball afterwards.
Eat them on the show.
Okay.
Eat them on the show.
That'll be great. We can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. About
I'll
5
talk to
months
you guys
away.
later.
Well, I can't wait to head over there again and see you guys. Maybe we can take you on the whale watching boat. We went last time. We never saw any whale. Well, we did see whales at the very
Yeah,
end,
we saw a bunch of whales.
but we didn't. A guy
That'd be fun.
almost died on the boat, so
Right.
we had to turn the boat around. That's a true story.
which is pretty good because we were
Oh,
Matt and I
wow.
were both feeling pretty seasick.
I was about to throw up, and Zach was about to throw up, and then a guy really did, and then he like hit his head on the railing or whatever.
Right.
So it was
Oh, my God.
it was relaxing. So that
I'll
sounds
talk
like
to you guys,
It was scary.
I'll talk to you soon, though. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm going to free up the lines for someone else.
Okay.
all right.
Thank
Good
you so
talking to you,
much.
Mitch.
Yeah.
Have a good afternoon.
We kept the tradition of having them hang up on us.
Right.
That was going to be something we always try to
Yeah.
to keep going.
I like it. I was waiting for him to. He's like, I gotta free up the line. That's just a universal sign of like, I'm tired of talking with you guys.
Yeah.
Gotta go. And then he probably got off the phone and told Brandy like, geez, those guys never shut up. I just want to call and do a quick bit for 2 minutes. I wanted to remix their theme song, and now they talk to me. They talk to me for 15 minutes. My minutes are gonna expire. You know, I've realized I've been talking a lot. Is that after saying that sentence, I had to take a deep breath because I've been running out of air.
Well,
And I'm a pretty active guy. I run.
What makes the
I can I hear that one again? It's my new favorite.
what makes the best guacamole?
Why is that? I used to, when
I
I
was-
first started doing the show, I used to actually try not to laugh. Like, I didn't want to break, but sometimes I laugh, and it's good to laugh. It makes you feel better. It's
I know.
positive. I heard if you laugh, it makes you live longer.
We had the close up of me writing earlier. This'll give you a break.
Okay.
But I was thinking maybe I could virtually. You guys can virtually. This is my journal. I keep all my notes in. If anyone ever read it, it's like my diary.
You've inspired me. I see you carrying one of those around, so I carry one around actually too, and write notes, ideas, and stuff down.
So I was like a little bit of reverb, maybe do a little journal.
Okay.
Matt writing in his journal simulation.
Here we go.
forever.
This is great.
Still trying to figure my life out. I feel like I'm good at some stuff, but for some reason I can't quite get motivated to make the changes I know I need to make. I mean, I'm not complaining. Things are pretty good, but why can't I cut through and make my life perfect? I mean, I'm not saying I don't like working with Zach every day. It's fun. But come on, is this all I'm ever going to amount to? Question mark. One day, maybe I'll figure out what to do and get out of this place, and they'll look up to me because I became a big success, and they're still in that room with Zach talking about guacamole.
What?
So long for now. Time to clip my fingernails. Love, Matt. And then a family member walks into my thing. I'm like, nothing.
Well, they say, Matt, I've noticed a lot of unhappiness with you and you say, yeah. In your book, you write, you don't like me, but in real life, you say Zach is the reason why it keeps me happy. And when on the weekends when I don't see him, it gets a little unhappy. At least that's what I tell myself.
You know, my journal entries are really private, and I don't appreciate you listening in to when
I took my headphones off. You didn't see me on the camera, but I took them off actually and was just kind of listening to the room noise. This is the one place at William Street where you can get a lot of peace and quiet. Sometimes you just need to relax. Sometimes maybe turn us down to just a small little volume level so where you barely hear us in the background. We're just talking with you.
I like when you said, just minimize us.
Right.
Don't turn it off, just minimize.
And don't maximize us. There we go. That sounds good. Don't maximize us.
Oh yeah, and now
I don't want to take up your full screen. There's got to be a better article on one of the online forums that you like. But keep us on in the background.
just keep it slowly, just a little bit quieter. Just never have to listen.
don't try and put us in the trash can if you have a Mac. Because you can't throw away your browser. You don't want to delete your browser, then you'll have to re-download it. And you'll lose all your bookmarks.
It's Firefox. Recommend watching it on Firefox. Call
That's
it
it.
watch it on the Fox. Watch it on the Firefox.
I always say, what are you, insane in the dome? Get on Chrome.
Is that?
I
You
think we should
always say
have. I
that?
think we should have a week of just we come up with company slogans and we talk to everybody who works in advertising, and we have a big renaissance of a revolution in advertising. And then all commercials. I would pay for cable. I would be watching channels just to see what kind of advertisements. Someone at Google Chrome doing an advertisement. What? Are you insane in the dome? Get on Chrome.
Yeah.
You know what rocks? Firefox.
All those companies that do TV commercials for their browsers. Well, I guess they do actually.
Yeah.
Google does.
Yeah. And then on my last and final one, and I'll stop this joke. I'm sorry, but you got to get on Safari. And that's the Apple one. Then they could tie that in. I'll tie it, make a package. You can do the GB GarageBand joke, and I'll do commercials for every app they have. I love Apple products.
Yeah. How about? Can I try one?
Yeah.
Don't be a cancer. Get your info from Yahoo Answers.
There you go. Are you saying don't be a Cancer like the Capricorn sign or the horoscope?
No, I'm meaning it like metaphorically,
Oh.
like a malignant
Okay. So
force.
something nobody wants. Don't be somebody nobody
Do
wants.
you think Yahoo would like that?
It's worth pitching to them. Do you have one of those? Give us a call, 413-961-4263. Would you like to do a commercial? Anything is
All
fair
kinds
game.
of stuff to talk about.
We live in a
Do you have-
capitalist society, so we have a lot of things we can promote.
Hey, come on
Hi,
in.
is this the William Street Guac Swap?
This is
It
it.
is.
Well, I have some guac tips to swap.
Uh-oh. I'm getting the guac alert.
This is the Chrome zone.
You can only say guac 2 more times.
I mean, that's going to be tough, but I'll do my best.
Okay.
Okay.
What can we do you for this afternoon?
Is this J-Dog?
No, this is Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, okay.
LJ.
How about that?
So what's up, Leroy?
So do you want these guac tips or what?
Yeah. We'll take guac tips.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Well, my first tip, put a little garlic in it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Seems simple enough, right?
Yeah.
But here's the real innovation.
Uh-huh.
Portable guac.
Okay. So that's, you put it up. We've reached the maximum.
Yeah.
Now you got to substitute a different word for it.
Right.
Like, the green smear.
Yeah. Oh, when we reached our limit, I think we lost them.
Oh, no.
I think our phones got disconnected. That's all right. It happens.
That was the computer is ruthless
Right.
there. It just shut down the call completely.
Well, we wrote that into the program when I was making that joke earlier. I was saying, hey, Jock, we should do that camera shot. Actually, that was all Jock's idea to do that camera shot. But then I was like, also, we need to write code in when we say guac too many times. It shuts down.
So we have no control over that.
No.
It just does it.
Yeah. It's technology,
Sorry.
baby.
Sorry, Leroy.
That could be another promo for a tech company.
Don't blame me. It's the software.
I know in text messaging or on Instagram, a lot of people say, like, when they talk about their spouse or significant other, they always call them baby, BB. This is my BB. So you could say, hey, BB, let's go on down to BB, Best Buy. We can get a new phone case. Why are you using an iPhone without a screen protector? You're going to get thumbprints, and look how dirty it's going to get, and you're going to break the glass. Get a Gorilla Glass on it. BB, and go on down to Best Buy. Prices are cheap. We're dropping prices, BB. What else is special? Need a new Samsung fridge? It will tell you what is healthy and what's not. You can get it at BB.
You're very brand loyal to Samsung, I've noticed.
Yeah?
Is there something going on there, or is it
Uh,
that's purely
no. I just like their technology. Well, I'm using an iPhone. I was thinking about a Samsung phone, but
yeah.
I will be honest, I've gotten ingrained with using Apple phones that
Yeah.
I don't mind Samsungs. I just don't. I've just gotten used to unlocking my phone, and I've tried to use a Samsung before. I said, no, it's not intuitive enough for me.
Yeah. You know, one time I heard this kind of sound. Zach's office is right next to mine, and I heard this sort of gentle sobbing sound coming from it.
What?
And I went in there, and I was like, "Are you okay?" Because he was just visibly weeping. I'm like, "What's got you down, man?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk about it." I'm like, "But we're friends," so I sort of got out of him. And he's like, "I'm just bummed up about the Galaxy Note 7 recall."
Because of the
It's a sad thing for Samsung.
explosions.
You don't even own one, but you're just sad that had to happen to them.
Right. Hey, I get upset about that stuff. I take it seriously. I like technology. I like to see it progress, and I like to be a user of it. I'm always...
Yeah.
Today, Pete came into my office and said, I'm setting up a Twitter. He asked me how to do it because he knew I was the tech whiz kid.
Hey, speaking of recalls, can I tell an interesting story?
Yeah.
So, I went to the football game yesterday, as you know.
Oh, that's a big news.
Yeah.
Matt went to the Atlanta Falcons versus the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, it's a big game. I don't want to get into that. It's already...
Okay.
But beforehand, I was with some old friends. We were all excited. We had tickets. We were tailgating in the parking deck
Right.
near the stadium. And I was just drinking these Sierra Nevada Otra Vases.
Okay.
And, you know, just like maybe 8, 9, 10 of them. And then somebody on social media this morning posted a picture. It was like, beer recall Sierra Nevada Otra Vase.
Oh, really?
And I was like, did I get poisoned?
What was it?
I don't know. I couldn't somebody else needs to research what the real thing is.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disparage anyone because I think I just saw a picture of this East Coast recall of beer.
We talked about you might have been poisoned on the show when you ate the expired chocolates. Maybe you just have a strong stomach.
Maybe I got the not bad. Maybe it was just a limited effect.
Right.
But today I've kind of been like, maybe I shouldn't have had those 10.
So by the end of this week, you might not be doing the show.
We'll see. We'll see if there's a fallout to that.
You can't do that because we got a big week coming up ahead of us. We have a lot of meetings with ad sales people. This is our chance to really shine.
I felt bad about. I don't want to be a bad influence. Oh, good. They were cans. There we go.
That looks like a cool movie, though. What's that? Oh, that's the new.
Is that the new? Are we allowed to show that?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. 3.2 for a mortgage? Oh, it's 15-year mortgage.
Oh, it's only in the Midwest.
So you guys want to?
Oh, there it is. Glass shards. They can break
okay.
loose.
Well, I don't want to.
So
I don't want to.
You'd have known if you drank glass.
Yeah. So I'm fine.
You know
I should have read more before I got into that whole.
One more company joke because it's too easy not to, and it popped into my head. Sierra Nevada could have a new joke about, or a new commercial about their stuff, and it could say, "We're a kick in the glass," or guaranteed to not get glass in your A, like in your ASS. Because they're talking about you're not going to get cut. We fixed that problem. You're not going to get cut. You're not going to swallow shards. So
I got a better one.
Okay.
And I've been in
Have
this
fun
business,
playing cards.
business longer than you have.
You
so
have. I understand that.
It just says, yes, we can, and it's a can. 15 years in the biz. 15. Put a third hand between these two. You. 15 years in the biz.
Crush it!
Nice work. Congratulations. Do you have a 15-year plaque on your desk?
I was actually lying. It's only 14 years.
14? 5 years in the biz for me. You could have just took both of your hands down and just one hand.
Do you want to do like 3 fingers and I'll add 2 so you can also have a second hand in
Yeah.
there?
5 years in the biz. Gonna be 6 this August.
We call this the 4-2. It's the swap shop hand symbol.
That's it.
You want to represent to any at parties that you're in the swap shop, you throw them the 4-2. What does it mean? We can't tell you that yet.
Whatever you want it to mean. Or it could mean Zach is is good. Has 5 years of experience. So I'm about a mid-level employee now. The future's bright with me at Turner. That's all I gotta say.
Nice.
A lot of great ideas.
I think so.
Thank you.
We said we were going to devote this whole show to looking at items. We're 40 deep. We haven't even looked at one.
And I know. I believe we were supposed to have a musical guest come in, and I haven't.
He might be locked out.
Right.
We'll save that, I guess.
Okay. Or maybe something came up. He isn't.
Yeah. Well, we'll look at an item maybe if
Yeah.
he makes his way in here.
Okay.
We're going to try to put that wrap together.
Right. And just for those who are waiting, we're supposed to meet with the big execs tomorrow with Tim Peanuts. The hype video. They're still our creative ad
trying to
agency
get
still
our-
putting it together, so we won't have it until probably tomorrow.
We're trying to get our times to...
Right. We want to include this
Connect.
song. We want to do a song today, freelance a song. So far, we've gotten from Mitch talking about crunch. We want to add that into the song and make it a very fan-created spot. Because that's what you do, right, Matt, when you have 15 years in the biz?
Right.
You let the fans stay involved?
Yeah.
I think
Sorry, I spaced out for a sec there.
It's all right.
This next one is a video game. It's called Enter the Matrix. Everyone knows the Matrix from the extreme. There's a scene where Lawrence Fishburne holds out 2 pills,
Yep.
and he says, if you take the red pill, you go back to not knowing anything.
Right.
If you take the blue pill, you also go back to knowing nothing. But then there's a third pill.
So
And
the
he grabs
pill-
the third pill out of his breast pocket, and he says, if you take the yellow pill, you get 50% off of your next purchase at the Binder's Art Supplies.
Ooh.
But then there's a 4th pill. He takes the 4th pill out of the other breast pocket, and it's a gray pill. And he says, if you take the gray pill, you get cut off from the Matrix. All that money in your bank account, it goes we forward it straight to we send it straight to a charitable cause you don't believe in, and then you have to
Interesting.
live in our new world that's more real.
Oh.
And then Keanu Reeves takes the gray pill, and then the time travel.
Is the 5th pill just one of those pills that you put in water and it grows like a creature?
Yeah.
I got one of those for my on my birthday once.
There's a 5th pill, and he's like, this one, you don't swallow it, you just put it in water, and then it becomes like a dinosaur sponge.
Right. And it's really cool. And then they talk about it for 5 minutes. You should really get it. I was actually about to make, and I'm really sorry to people who want us to button down and be serious, but I was thinking, what if there was a mattress firm company? Anyone you want to pick, it doesn't have to be a brand name, but they have a mattress firm, and when Matrix, you know they're going to remake it or reboot it in a few more years. And then when they do that, they partner with the mattress company, and it says enter the mattress. And they can come inside, and you get to choose 2 mattresses, and there's a guy dressed up like Morpheus, and he's like, you can get this mattress, you'll sleep a little bit better, you'll have better dreams, or this mattress, you'll sleep with crazy dreams. I might pop up into your dreams. Enter the mattress.
Can I sleep in your basement for a few days?
And then it ends with the commercial with Keanu Reeves going, whoa.
What platform is this game on? You wonder? Well, it's right there in the lower right corner. It's on for the Atari system.
Oh, yeah.
You got to fire up your Atari 2600. It's a weird thing because they stopped making it before the Matrix movies even came out. Oh, no, it's a PDC CD-ROM.
See, I thought on the left, all the stuff on the left were just the production companies. I thought Teen made it, PC CD-ROM, Warner Brothers, and Shiny. They were the production. You know how when you watch a movie and they show you each one, the title card. But that's actually, it's for PC CD-ROM, so this is a CD disc. But guess what? Computers, they're starting to make them without disk drives.
Yeah, whose bright idea was that?
How do you play
Tim
How do you
Cook.
play games, Tim?
I've got at my house, there's a special bookshelf where I keep all my CD-ROMs. It's a very special place to me. I like to keep it very organized. And when other people in my house disrespect that area and disorganize my CD-ROMs, I'm like, what is Myst doing ahead of Doom version 1?
Right.
Somebody de-alphabetized my CD-ROMs, and it ticks me off.
Who moved my stuff?
And then I get a coconut LaCroix and I just go out and walk the neighborhood because I'm ticked.
That wouldn't happen if you went to Enter the Mattress and got a really good deal on a mattress because you'd sleep better and feel better in the daytime. I need a new mattress. Anytime I move on it, it just makes the loudest noise. It's old. I've had it for about 10 years now. They say that's about when it's time to get rid of your mattress.
Have you tried flipping it over and rotating it?
No, the one side of it is only meant for sleeping. The other side is like a hard. It's not that good of a mattress.
It's just one-sided?
No, I mean, it's one side has like this cushion on top, like a pad thing on top of it. And the other side is just not as comfy.
Oh.
But I don't want to flip it over. I would if it was for the enter the match. Stop talking about that. I've come up with a lot of ideas today. If you're watching at home, I'd like you to write them all down and email me them, and I'll work with you on email this afternoon. Which one do you think is the best? Let's take a look at the next item. What is this? This is a comic book by Flavor G's. This is what we do on the swap shop. We like to trade items. These are photos of items that folks who are watching the show, maybe they probably quit watching. Sometimes I really worry they quit watching because they've been waiting forever to get to their item. And they just like, yeah, they're not going to show that ever. And they quit. So someone really wants this. Flavor G's might be long gone. New username, new life.
Wow, there's a supersized layout of Batman's new home in this one. This is more like this is one of the most boring episodes of Batman ever.
So this is like Batman House Hunters edition, where they go to his house and help flip it.
He did a new kitchen renovation.
That would be funny, right? If they were like, all right, Batman, so we're thinking you have $20,000 in your budget. We can either do this with the island in the kitchen, or we can do this with the Samsung smart fridge. And he's like, gotta have the Samsung smart fridge.
What I'm talking about.
And then he's like, you better not be putting this in the comic book, my layout of my home.
That's private.
It's private.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. And I got a Lego movie coming out. Do that. Talk about the Legos. Don't show my home.
Kill him with guys.
And then inside of the
then
layout, it has like Batman's hidden stash. And you're like, what is that? And then you wonder, everybody wonders at home, what's his hidden stash?
He says, the budget we discussed was $50,000 and not a penny more. And I don't want any more surprises. I'm Batman.
This is my new home. I don't want people knowing where I don't want them to be able to sabotage me. I'm Batman. I don't want people knowing where I live. That's unacceptable.
Is there a beverage refrigerator for my LaCroix? I like the coconut kind.
But this is a show, right, on HGTV, so I should be funny and entertaining, right? Here's a funny joke. I'm wearing glasses, but when I'm Batman, I don't wear them, and I'm blind as a bat.
Enter the mattress.
And you guys think that would be a funny idea if I ever quit being Batman, helping people? Just come up with brand partnership ideas. That would be a good idea. I'm from Gotham City. We have a lot of big marketing advertising agencies here. And if you look over here, this is my twin bedroom. This is where I keep 2 extra beds in case I ever have company, but no one ever wants to visit. And I don't know what else to say. It will be on the episode. Watch the HGTV show. HGTV on HDTV. That's the promo you should use.
Viewers welcome. What's their tagline?
Very decorative. Just like I'm not going to say the rest. I don't have time to watch television. I'm a bat. Man. What if he was saying I'm a bat, man? And then they got it messed up. They're like, he's Batman. He's like, no, I'm a bat, man.
That could happen.
I do like the quarter for scale. If we zoom out, they made the quarter look like it was the projector shooting.
Projector of the thing.
Gordon.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
I like good quarter placement.
Pretty creative. This is an old vintage comic book. We have some comic book collectors here at the swap shop. I'm sure it's worth a pretty penny or a pretty quarter.
I want to zoom in. Computer, can we zoom in on Batman's right hand placement? This is how I'm going to start standing. I decided just now.
Just on your...
I don't do that. Yeah, right there. I don't do that with my hand often enough.
He had curled up his pinky finger. It has an extra joint.
Do you think that would be kind of arrogant looking or sort of cool.
That's pretty
If
cool.
I was hanging out at work like that.
That'd be cool. I could see you like riding Marta home from work, standing like that, and someone recording you and then uploading it to YouTube like it's a new dance.
Yeah. Well, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
If you guys like any of the items you see, we invite you to send us an email, williams.swap@gmail.com,
That's right.
and submit a thing you might want to swap. Hey, come on in. You're on the William Street Swap Shop with
Hello.
Matt and Zach.
Good afternoon.
How's it going? My stream's a little bit behind, so.
It's going
Yeah.
well. It's okay.
Don't try to watch it simultaneously. You get very confused.
Yeah.
It's
You'll
got
be
a
laughing
delay.
at the jokes.
I've been trying to call for a while actually,
Really?
and I didn't actually think I was going to get through.
Yeah, we got a new,
You know, it was just a pipe dream.
Oh.
the call manager. What's her name? Jennifer?
Jennifer.
She's
I
been
see.
doing good. But
Jennifer.
she's got putting out fires.
Yeah. We have
Awesome.
another, we call her
Awesome.
Jennifer because we have a Ginny here at the office, and I always joke with Ginny, let's go down and get some Ginny's ice cream. But
Oh,
Jennifer,
wow. I've
you
never
can't
had
come.
Ginny's
You
ice
can't
cream.
come, Jennifer. Ginny's is a good
How
ice
is
cream.
Jenny's
It's-
ice cream?
It's not just in Atlanta; it's all over the region. I think it's in Ohio. It started, but it's a good ice cream. It's like really delicious. A little pricey, but it's worth every bite.
Nice.
Sorry, if you wanted to
Wow.
call in. Have you called in before?
I have not actually.
Oh wow. Well, thanks for
Beautiful.
calling. This is great. First time caller to
Yeah.
the William Street Swap Shop. First time visitor.
Yeah.
How do you like the shop?
Yeah. What was that?
How do you like the interior of the shop? You're inside with us now. You like the walls?
Sometimes you see
Oh
a
yeah,
horse
it's beautiful.
with a
Those
table
trees
that's
over there are really nice. The wood paneling
Yeah.
looks a little bit like my room actually. It feels like home in
Great
here.
great wood paneling. They did a good job designing this in our new studios.
And what's your name and where are you calling from? We always like new callers.
My name's Randy, and I'm from Texas.
Cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I believe are we not doing the 12 hole today?
You know,
Matt
I wondered if
axed
anyone.
the 12 hole today.
I said no 12 hole, and I knew it would be very unpopular.
Matt was like,
I'm actually okay with it because I got through to talk to you guys, and that means a lot to me.
okay.
You are the 12 hole then. You know what? Let's roll the 12 hole. You stand by, and then the.
Well, now it's like the 8 hole, the 7 hole. I'm just saying,
Yeah, that's-
when Matt
that's true.
decided he wanted to end it, I was like, Matt, I worked really hard on that animation.
Randy, would you like to hear the 12 hole music, and then it'll be just the 12 hole special feature : just hanging out with Randy.
That works.
You know what? I would love that very much.
All right, let's do it. Here it is.
This is normally when the alarm would go off to signal everybody we have 12 minutes left. If we're tuning in, it's a new
I
thing.
see.
That's a golf course. We couldn't make it too green or it would get keyed out. You ever play golf on a blue green?
I was wondering about that.
That's what they do. Sci-fi people who work in special effects in Hollywood play it on blue greens instead of the regular greens because they're like blue's way better.
I've heard of
Just
that.
add a little
Strange.
ball going in the cup sound effect
Yeah.
there.
I need to do that.
Next
Yeah.
time.
Next time. When they decide we're a 2-hour show on the hour hole.
We can now officially say the 12 hole today is back by popular demand. So we took it away. They called. They said we want it back.
Came back. Well, what
I
would you
feel
like
like I
us-
made a difference.
And it's all about you calling in, Randy. So what would you like to do in the 12 hole? Is there anything you'd like to discuss? Any questions you have? Any advice you'd like us to give you?
Nothing in particular. I'm a little bit starstruck, honestly.
That's
Because
okay.
you guys, I'm a really big fan of both of you guys.
Oh, thank you. But just think of it as we're your like family member or like a friend
Yeah.
just hanging out now. Like nothing. There's no topic off the table because I've talked about a lot of weird stuff in the past and will probably do so in the future. So it's not a big deal. I'm a perv for the curve.
Well, is there anything weird that's on you guys' mind that you'd like to maybe bring up?
You know, earlier I said, "Oh, that reminds me," and then I made a joke and never said
Oh yeah.
it.
Well, I'd like
what
to
I
hear
was going
that.
to say was I was riding my bike home on Friday after work. It was dark. It was nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you
Okay.
guys following me so far? And
Definitely.
I talked about scaring a bird out of its tree. Well,
Yeah.
I'm cruising in this little dark corner by the Candler Park.
Oh yeah, right by my
near
house.
where you live.
Yeah.
And from out of nowhere, I went around this curve into a low branch of a tree, And what happened next?
Oh no.
Will shock
I
you.
heard a sound, a rustling in the leaves, something not human.
Oh no.
And about
Horrifying.
12 inches from my face, a large, huge wing-spanned owl flew out of the tree in front of me. They're nocturnal. That means that they awake at night. So he was freshly awoken and was ready to hunt for the kill of the night. And I was just glad it wasn't my head. You think owls are cute?
How did you react to that?
I went, "Wah!"
I couldn't imagine you being afraid of anything.
And then I went, "Holy smokes, did you see that owl? Holy smokes."
I've seen those owls.
There was nobody around, though.
I've seen them at nighttime. They love to hang out in my neighborhood. I keep saying, who keeps feeding these dang owls? But I think it's because there's a lot of stray cats in my neighborhood, and the owls want to try and eat them. It's a battle of cats versus owls.
I've never heard of owls being after cats. That's fascinating. Maybe owls are larger where you're from.
Yeah, I think it'd be a funny Pixar movie where owls and cats are trying to fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what?
They both have, and
there's
the
a
subject
pitch.
line of the posters, they both have claws. Who will win? It's going to be awesome.
You're just coming up with pitches left and right.
Hey, my brain is firing it today, and I have on Saturday night I walked home from celebrating Matt's birthday party actually, and it started to rain. It poured down rain, and I got soaking wet. And I walked home from a place that's really far away, so I got really drenched and wet. And I got home, and I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I took off all my clothes. I normally sleep with underwear and a t-shirt or something like that, but I slept naked. Have you ever done that?
I have.
It's weird to sleep naked in your bed.
Actually, yeah, things hang a little differently.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean,
a little weird.
I don't think it's unacceptable or forbidden, but I just think it's kind of weird. But I felt good because my clothes were all wet, and I was like, oh, I don't even want to put on any other clothes. I'm at this point just sleep and rest naked.
Maybe you should invest in some nice silk pajamas or something.
Ooh, yeah, but it wasn't cold enough. If I wore pajamas, I would have gotten too warm.
See.
I like sleeping the bare minimum. Sometimes I just sleep in my socks.
You need at least one blanket too.
Yeah.
Randy, how do you sleep at night?
How do I sleep?
Yeah, are you like on your side or on your back? Or
you know what? For years
down.
I slept on my side, and it did some damage to my shoulder. Like my shoulders kind of moved forward a little bit, kind of gives me a hunch. So, you know what? I started sleeping on my back, and it has done wonders for it. It's a little weird to get used to, but I do it. And I usually sleep on a couch.
Yeah.
So, that might have been the problem.
So you might be a prime,
as well. But I
a prime
fixed it by
customer.
switching to the back.
You'd be a good customer. You'd be a good customer for the Enter the Mattress shop if we ever did that. Right?
That was my favorite pitch of yours too. So that would be the perfect one for me.
That makes me happy. Thank you. It does. It genuinely does.
You.
Now,
that makes me happy that I made you happy.
Well, when I leave here this afternoon when I leave the studio, I'll say, that was a funny idea. Pat myself on the back.
And then, we're getting close on time, but can you simulate what it sounds like when you sleep? And then we'll just...
I'll send you an 8-hour-long video.
Oh, perfect.
That is just the darkness with my snoring. I think I snore.
Well, we don't want people to think you're falling asleep watching the show, so yeah, maybe send the vid, and that'd be great. We're getting a wrap-up sign, though. We gotta wrap up the show, but Randy, it's been a real pleasure chatting with you.
We're gonna go out. We'll shake hands, and Randy, if you don't mind doing this, I want you to make sounds of like a troubled dream you're having. Don't play it up too much. Just like some, oh no's and that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
We'll see you guys
tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Tell me when to start that.
On my mark, this has been the William Street Swap Shop, and we're going to simulate Randy's bad dream in 3, 2, 1, and we'll see you tomorrow.
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Yeah.